Who and what is she? I want to know. Saucy. Love it. Well, I'm sorry, but she's very good. Oh, that sounded like a neck breaking. Yes, sir. That's great. That performance was incredible. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Once again, do not judge my content by this video. This is the first one you're seeing on YouTube far, far, far in the future. I'm not feeling well. I've been ill the past weekend, and I'm on medication also on pain medication. So there may be, this is not a good representation of my standard content. I want to welcome you back to my channel once again. Thank you for being here. I am here to check out another episode of Doctor Who. We are going to jump into a two-parter today. We're watching The Time of Angels, and then I think something about a forest. I'll remember that title when we get there. But this has to be The Weeping Angels, right? We've seen them before. We saw them in Blink, which was horrifying and great. I think that the Weeping Angels are quite possibly among the top 3 for sure, probably scariest villains that we've seen in Doctor Who so far. But let's just jump into this. We're going to get into, again, Doctor Who series 5, episode 4, The Time of Angels. Okay, hello. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes a kiss can do that to you. Okay, so he's hallucinogenic lipstick.
She's here.
Is she? Who's she? Ooh, hello. Sorry, pain medication. I thought it would make me really quiet. Apparently, I'm not going to stop talking the entire video. Okie doke. Like that.
Very wrong. Oh, what a mine. Also, what a mine?
It's how you keep score.
Yeah, that's kind of cute, actually.
Oh, great, an old box.
Okay, so thousands and thousands of years later.
The lost language of the Time Lords.
But who would know how to write that, though? Is that River? What does it say?
Hello, sweetie.
It's River. I'm so glad to see her back. Oh, she's saucy, baby. And he just stole it, because that's what he does. That's fine. You go, Doctor.
This ship won't reach its destination.
She got very serious there when she said that line. Really dropped the sort of grin, playfulness.
You might want to find something to hang on to.
Saucy. Love it. Love it so much. Okay, so faith. Absolute blind, perfect faith in the Doctor. Because, otherwise, death, obviously. Very nice. Okay, but she hasn't met this, or maybe she has. I don't know. It's all out of sync. That's a good question, actually. Okay, so quickly while this is playing, a quick question. So River, she's encountering the Doctor out of sync with his timeline, right? Back to front. My question is, are we going to see her consecutively, like her previous visit and then her previous visit and then her previous visit? Or could this be like 10 visits ago now, and then we're going to go see like our 7th visit next time we see her, and then it'll be the 4th time she's seen him the next time? Does that make sense? And how are they going to account for her aging, I wonder, as an actress? Her heel just hanging there. Beautiful.
Doctor, how come she can fly the TARDIS?
You call that flying the TARDIS, ha?
I love how Amy's always examining things.
It's not supposed to make that noise. You leave the brakes on.
Yeah. Well, it's a brilliant noise. I love that noise.
I do too. I hope we don't lose that noise. That's not going away forever, is it?
Chances of rain later.
He thinks he's so hot when he does that.
I think she thinks he's so hot when he does that. That was an interesting moment between them.
5 minutes?
Okay, 5 minutes. Yes.
5 minutes, Amy, just 5.
That woman is not dragging me into anything.
Oh, but I think she is. I think we all know that she is. 100%.
Professor Riversong.
I'm going to be a professor someday, am I?
Oops. But he couldn't have known that she didn't know that.
There's a thing that can't ever die.
Is it me, or does it seem like the Doctor has just a general desire to avoid his future? Just his future. Do we know something about his future that I'm not remembering? Or that maybe we haven't learned yet?
Oh, Doctor, you sonicked her.
All right, Amy, calm down.
Her past, my future.
Yeah, there's something about that concept in general that he's maybe not afraid of, but there is a dread there.
Bishop, second class, 20 clerics.
I like him.
What do you know of the weeping angels?
Okay, music, you can calm down.
I think it's called a Maze of the Dead. You can stop anytime you like.
Yeah. Because the angels, darkness, right? You're only safe when you can see them, so dark is bad, right?
You're letting people call you sir. You never do that.
I wonder how many adventures they've had. Have we seen them all? I think so far, I think we have.
Are you all Mr. Grumpy Face?
Oh, she's so cute.
Is Riversong your wife?
Is she someone from your future?
The way she talks to you, I've never seen anyone do that.
Yeah.
I am definitely Mr. Grumpy Face today.
So playful. Have I ever thought of that Riversong would be his? I don't think I've thought of that. That didn't occur to me.
Life of a time traveler, never knew it could be such hard work.
Life with it. Are they together, or will be, or?
You're just squabbling like an old married couple.
No.
Doctor,
They're gonna be married.
I'm good.
They have to be. They're married, right? That's his wife. Leave it to him to not do anything normal.
But it's just a statue.
It's a statue when you see it.
Where did it come from?
She's gonna need more than that.
Sweetie, I need you.
Wheatie.
No, just the 4 seconds.
A lot of ADR in this episode so far. Okay, so Amy, please, could you turn around and, well, you are lovely, but could you please turn around and go out of the room? Could you exit the room? Just back up and then go through the door. Nope. Okay, the door's closed now. Yeah.
So you don't know who I am yet?
Okay, so she hasn't been to the library yet. Okay, by the way, this angle that they're shooting at, this like dead on wide angle showing the whole space is actually very effective. It makes her feel a little smaller, more vulnerable. Okay, yeah. Can we exit? Can we exit? Can we try to exit, please? About time. Okay. I don't know if I have the energy.
Have you ever tried not blinking?
It's not that hard. Just watch me do it. I'm blinking now. It seemed pointless after a while.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I'm sorry, but she's very good. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess it's gonna come back. Don't look at the eyes. The doors. Beware what may enter.
He doesn't know yet, does he? Who and what you are.
It's too early in his time stream. Believe you me, I have no intention of going back to prison.
Who and what is she? I want to know. Is that... No, wait, it's gone. Is she hallucinating?
You all right? Yeah, I'm fine.
Why wouldn't she tell?
We're hunting statues. Better than chasing lava snakes.
I'd rather chase snakes, personally. Wow, those sound effects for the flashlights, for the torches. Very intense.
Angela, come and see this.
No, Christian.
Come and see.
Oh, no. Okay, so 2 down.
I love Bob.
It's a sacred name.
Sacred Bob.
Sacred Bob.
Yeah. I love it when that happens.
Two heads are better than one.
What, you mean you helped him?
No, I mean he had two heads. That book at the very end, what did it say?
Hang on.
Read it to me.
Wait, did that one guy have two heads, or do all Applans have two heads? Because if Applans have two heads, then why don't the statues have two heads? Oh, I have a theory.
Yeah, there's something wrong. Don't know what to do.
Yeah, okay. They're a little slow on this one. So a little slow on the uptake. I feel like these are not theory. These are not Applans built statues. These are all angels, but dilapidated and sick, weak. Yeah, here we go. They're catching on. About time. Come on, keep up, Doctor.
Low-level perception filter or maybe with thick.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the perception filter would make sense. Like that.
I am truly sorry. I've made a mistake.
Oh, nice. Hey, that's a. Love hearing people say that.
They've got two heads.
Yes, I get that. So
why don't the statues?
They're even slower on the uptake. Even after being explained like that, I would think that you just pick it up, but guess not. Look at the lighting. Obviously, them turning down the set lighting.
Are you sure about this?
No, of course not. No. What happened to them? They look sick.
And they're coming after us.
But I thought they were really fast. I guess if they're sick or something, that would maybe explain that. So if the angel on the ship is feeding on the ship's drive, maybe that's why I brought the ship there, to feed these angels. It's a rescue mission.
I'm here, Bob. Come and see this.
This is new too, right? I didn't know angels could do this.
Come and see.
No, don't ever tell me to come and see. I don't like that. Poor Bob. Oh, that sounded like a neck breaking.
They must have been down here for centuries, starving.
Losing their image.
And their image is their power.
Ah,
Power.
the ship. Yeah. Food.
I'm talking to my.
Yeah. Shut up.
I'm on my way up to you, sir.
Ooh.
What did the angel do to them?
Snap their necks, sir.
But they don't do that, right?
The angel killed me too.
Wow, really good work being done by both actors there.
He stripped my cerebral cortex from my body and reanimated a version of my consciousness to communicate with you.
Wow. Okay.
Look at my hand. It's stunk.
Is she hallucinating again? I guess she was hallucinating the dust, I think. So hopefully it's just a hallucination and the doctor can snap her out of it.
I can't.
Then we're both gonna die.
You're not gonna die.
He's not gonna leave you, Amy.
When it mattered, he let me down.
What are they doing?
They tried to make him angry.
Well, that's a mistake.
Then give me your gun.
That's new.
Jump where?
Oh, just jump high as you can. Come on, leave a face, Bishop.
Wow, that sound effect is really loud.
You're smart. If you value your continued existence, if you have any plans about seeing tomorrow, there's one thing you
Love this. Never put in a trap.
That be, sir.
Him.
Me.
Yes, sir. That's great. Ah, okay. Real quick. Before, next time. No, next time. Okay. Stop. All right. So that was great. Loved that. So usually, as usual, I should say, that would be the right thing to say. I'm not going to comment too much on the episode as a whole until I see the full thing. Continuing, this is a thing that is true in Doctor Who more so than in other TV series. These two-parters aren't simply two episodes that go together. They are one very long episode that is just cut in half. That's not always the case with two-part episodes in TV series, but sometimes it is. And with the Doctor so far, at least the feeling is, my impression is that it's always the case every time. So it doesn't seem right to comment too much on the story as a whole until I've seen the whole thing. But love everything with River. Love her so much. I think she's amazing. I think that her dynamic with the Doctor is really great. She's also seems to be a very, very talented actress. Supporting cast is great. Loving the angels. The score is great. The cinematography is really cool. A couple of little twists, a couple of little turns. Really enjoying these things. Just going to jump right into the next one here. But yeah. So for now, that's all I'm going to say about this. If you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share it around. Check it out on Patreon if you want the full uncut episode reaction picture in picture available. And yeah, no telling what's over there by the time this gets to YouTube. No idea. But for now, that's all I'm going to say about this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for putting up with my whatever I've been. That's all I have to say here right now. We're going to get to the next one and get this two-parter over. Excited to see how it works out. We're jumping back into the second part of a two-parter of Doctor Who Series 5, Episode 5. This one's called Flesh and Stone. This is the wrap-up of the Weeping Angels storyline with Amy and Dr. River song. Excited to get into it. Looking forward to seeing how it wraps up and how it concludes.
Are you okay?
Okay, the last thing we saw was that they jumped. That's the ship.
Ship crashed with the power still on, yeah? So what else is still on?
Gravity? Like the artificial gravity?
The artificial gravity. One good jump and up we fell.
Up we fell. That's lovely. That's brilliant.
The gravity orientates to the floor. Now.
So clever. I love that. Okay. 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 Don't like that. Don't like that. Okay, do we have to start this way? Is this really how we have to begin this episode?
Do you trust this man?
I absolutely trust him.
He's not some kind of madman then.
I absolutely trust him.
Brilliant answer. Love the quip.
As soon as the lights go down, continuous fire.
Okay, but you should rotate. You should rotate the fire.
Spin it clockwise 4 turns.
10.
No, 4. 4 turns.
Yeah, 4, I heard you.
Okay, but like, shouldn't they rotate who's firing so that they won't run out of bullets as fast? Like, start with one guy and then 2, or maybe like 2 and then 2 and 3 and then 3 and 4 and then 4 and 5 and then, or 1, you know? Okay, not bright enough. Not enough. Not consistent enough. Not bright enough. Okay, so that it worked. Okay.
What are you doing?
Nothing could turn that wheel now.
Yeah?
Doctor.
Okay, can we just do all the doors, please? Can we just do all the doors? All of them. The other door. Just do the other door.
How long have we got?
5 minutes max.
9.
5.
5, right, yeah.
Why'd you say 9?
I didn't.
She's counting down to what?
It's an oxygen factory.
It's a forest.
A forest in a bottle on a spaceship in a maze. Have I impressed you yet, Amy Pond?
7.
Yeah, that's concerning. That's concerning.
We shall take all of you. We shall have dominion over all time and space.
Oh, blah, blah.
The Doctor in the TARDIS hasn't noticed.
Doctor. No, wait.
Noticed what? Uh-oh, poor Amy.
Never let me talk.
Oh, I lost his jacket. That's not good.
Found a crack in the wall and told him it was the end of the universe.
What was it?
The end of the universe?
The end of the universe. Yeah.
Angel incoming!
Oh, and they look much better now.
They can climb inside. There's an angel in her mind.
3.
Why are they making her count?
To make her afraid, sir.
Okay, but why? What for?
For fun, sir.
If it was a real scream, what would we do? We'd pull the plug, we'd kill the power, but we can't just knock her out. The angel would just take over.
Close her eyes.
And anyway, that's not the plan.
There's a plan?
I don't know yet. I haven't finished talking.
Right, Father, you and your clerics, you're going to stay here, look up.
Quarter of a mile.
These sound effects are crazy.
I'll do a thing. What thing? I don't know. It's a thing in progress. Respect the thing.
Respect the thing.
I'll be back for you as soon as I can, I promise.
You always say that.
I always come back.
Poor Amy. Well, you always come back, but not always when you say you will. Poor Amy. Oh, okay. Good on you, Doctor.
But you don't always tell me the truth.
If I always told you the truth, I wouldn't need you to trust me.
It's a very good point, actually.
How can it be here?
I don't know yet, but I'm working it out.
Why does he have his jacket? Something strange is happening. Okay, not a single part of me believes that that was just a continuity error, that they accidentally let him put his coat back on. He never left them. That was another doctor, like from the future, from Amy's future, from our future as we're seeing it. Wow. Are they going to weave this into a season arc for the entire series? This whole season? That's remarkable.
Marco, the angels have gone. Where'd they go?
It's like they're running.
They're running, yeah. From that light? I think maybe the angels bit off a little more than they can chew.
But how is a duck pond if there aren't any ducks? And she didn't recognize the Daleks.
Duck pond, right.
Before you sent Pedro, you sent Crispin and Philip, and now you can't even remember them.
Like the duck pond, and she doesn't remember the Daleks.
Never mind the angels, there's worse here than angels.
Oh, doctor.
Can't you wriggle out?
Oh, it's too tight.
It's just stone. Break it.
There never was a Pedro. There's only ever been the two of us here.
But then why does Amy remember?
I wish I'd known you better.
I think so. You know me at my best.
Look at that. That performance was incredible.
It's weird looking at it. Feels really...
Nobody listens. Like, nobody listens.
Amy, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I should never have left you there.
That's several mistakes in this one for the doctor.
If the time energy catches up with you, you'll never have been born. It will erase every moment of your existence. You will never have lived at all.
Wow.
It's never gonna work.
What else have you got? River, tell me!
There's that fury that we talk about. And I like that we get to see him struggling so hard while hearing him talk to Amy with so much confidence to help give her confidence, because he has to. Because she has to believe it.
There are angels around you now.
Oh, see, now that's usually said in a comforting way.
Walk like you can see.
He's so scared.
I can't find the communicator!
Okay. No, thank you. No. Okay.
Don't open your eyes.
What just happened?
I teleported you.
Nice.
I'll be serious. Compared to me, these angels are more complicated than you, and it'd take every single one of them to amount to me, so get a grip.
Doctor, I can't let you do this.
No, seriously. Get a grip.
No.
It'll take every one of them to amount to me. That is brilliant.
The angel in your memory never existed.
Then why do I remember it at all?
Those guys on the ship
Yeah.
each other.
That's a good question.
You're a time traveler now, Amy.
Oh, well, okay.
And the crack, is that gone too?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Now. But the explosion that caused it is still happening.
Somewhere
out there.
Somewhere out there, yeah. I was just a little slow on the draw on that one. I love it when that happens.
Octavian said you killed a man.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Who? I think I know, but that's terrible to think about.
You'll see me again quite soon when the Pandorica opens.
That's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
I look forward to it.
I remember it well.
I love this.
What are you thinking?
Time can be rewritten.
All right, so wait, okay, theory. I know it's almost over, but I have a quick little theory about that little moment. Time can be rewritten. Okay, so a couple of things. One, it seems like whatever they did with him with the jacket, that was from a future version of him. I don't think that was him. I think that was a future version of the Doctor, or the Doctor from the future. For some reason, coming back to talk to Amy, telling her to remember that she has to remember, and because we're talking about all this stuff with this light and how it can change everything and make it to where things never existed and people didn't remember them, but her mind is different because she's a time traveler. These are all the connections that I'm making. So that's a part of the theme. That's a part of the whatever the big thing is going to be for the series, for this series. That moment where he said time can be rewritten, I'm connecting that back to his conversation with River. She killed a good man, best man she ever known. Yeah, that. And that. I think it's him, and I think he knows that, even though she wouldn't say it outright. And I think that right then he was thinking ahead to, okay, now that I know this, I can do a thing. I can have it. There can be a thing. A thing can happen. It doesn't have to go down the way it went down. Time can be rewritten. I think that's what that line was in reference to. But I think all of this is probably, I think this is going to turn out to be maybe the most pivotal episode of this series. This is going to be one of the most pivotal episodes there is. Tons of information, that light, the explosion, whatever it is, the Pandorica that's not supposed to be real, whatever that is. All of that is going to culminate for the end of this one. And that moment, I don't know, it seems like a lot. It seems like both the whole remember thing, light coming through the crack, and the whole changing time or rewriting time so that the River doesn't end up actually killing the Doctor. Those seem like two very big things to happen at the same time. Maybe one of them will be carried over. It would be insane if they carry things like this over through multiple series. Like the foresight and the ability to write this properly, it would be incredibly impressive. But that's my theory for now, that moment when he said that time can be rewritten, that he's talking about, I think he's looking ahead and talking about the fact that apparently River is supposed to have killed him at some point in the future, and he's saying that can be rewritten. That's my theory. I don't know, that's a lot, but that's maybe it's the drugs talking, but that's my theory.
I want to go home.
Huh. Look how sad that made him.
You're running from River. I'm running too.
Is this about to happen? Is it after? Okay. Wait. Sorry. I know I just paused it, but there's another thing. I've spoken to a couple of you off of here, and one of the things I've said many times is there's going to be a moment. There has to be a moment where, because of how sort of brazen Amy is, when her attraction to the Doctor kind of comes to a head, and she has to essentially, attack is the wrong word, but she's going to have to be very aggressive about, okay, this is what I want from you, right? And in my mind, it's always been tied to the wedding and to that whole situation that she's dealing with. And if she's taking him back home, I'm assuming to show him that she's getting married the next day, the wedding dress and all that. This is when it's going to happen. So does that mean we're getting Rory next episode again, which would be great? I really feel like he's coming back. He's got to become more of a main staple in the show, because we need that to balance this, because obviously we can't have her just lusting after the Doctor incessantly the entire time. So there has to be a counterweight to that. I'm really excited to see what's about to happen, to see if I was right this whole time, because people give me nothing. The two people I've talked to about this gave me nothing when I asked them questions or when I was talking about my theory of it. So I don't know if I'm right at all, but this is what I think is about to happen. We're about to go here, have this conversation. Amy is going to be very, again, brazen is a good word for it. And I think that this is that moment. I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see this here. Let's take a look. Back here.
Why did I leave my engagement ring off when I ran away with a strange man on the night before my wedding?
Yeah.
Huh.
You really are an alien, aren't you?
There she comes. Look at her face. Look at her face.
Ah, the good-looking one. Or the other one.
That's cute.
I nearly died. I was alone in the dark, and I nearly died.
Amy.
And it made me think.
Well, yes, natural, I think sometimes. Well, lots of times.
About what I want.
He's so clueless.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
About who?
I don't reckon she's been told no very often either.
In one very simple word, even you can understand.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Amy, listen to me. I am 900.
Oh my God, the suspenders.
Do you understand what that means?
It's been a while.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But I really wasn't suggesting anything quite so long term.
Oh.
Those of us who can't read the base code of the universe.
Amy's time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, no, stop. Okay, I can't help it. I knew it. I knew I listen, sometimes I'm proud of myself. It does not often, but sometimes it happens. This was Doctor Who series 5, episode 5, Flesh and Stone. So many great things happened in this one. Loved it. I'm not going to talk a lot about it. I think I've given pretty much all that's in my brain to give about it right now. I'm very pleased with myself that that I think I got that one right. Amy did essentially just attack the Doctor brazenly as she could, and that kind of happened the way I thought that it would. We all know that the Doctor he spends time with women. We've seen it happen. We know we've heard him talk about it. We know that it happens. But Amy's different. Amy is something else. One, he's very close to Amy. He again has known her since she was a child. Is very connected. I don't think there was no part of me that ever thought that that could be a thing. It was not like the Rose situation. There was never a part of me that thought that they would go there with it. Not from his perspective. He's very different right now. There's a lot of very youthful qualities, but he feels very much like an old man to me in a lot of ways. Very sort of weather worn and maybe war worn. He has a very different sort of vibe than Tennant did. I just don't. I just never saw that happening. So of course, when all this happened, and Amy did got I mean, good for you, girl. But consent is important though. Like it's both sides. It's important on both sides, ladies. Remember that. But I'm very excited that I got that correct. I was very happy about that, and the twist with the angels was brilliant. The writing is getting me very excited because I feel like that they have planned this out for at least the rest of this series, potentially multiple series to run an arc over the course of that time. I think that's really exciting. And it's going to be very interesting for me as a writer to sort of watch that unfold. Yeah, and we're getting Rory again. We're getting Rory back. I'm very excited about that. Can't wait to see that happen. Thanks so much for watching with me. That's pretty much all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it right there. I am out of it, a little bit tired. Thanks for being here, for your patience. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please remember, as always, to be kind to each other and most importantly, to be kind to yourself.